Planet Dolan.
From customers screaming fuck at employees for no reason, to a dad accidentally poisoning a bunch of kids, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the worst customers they've ever interacted with. My name is Nixium, and today, I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Simitimzero. Several years back, Andy was working returns at a computer store. It was a slow day before a customer burst through the front door, holding a dented iMac. When he put it on the counter, it became pretty clear that the dent was a bullet hole. After setting the computer down, he just wandered off towards the Apple section. 20 minutes later, the guy came back with one of the salespeople and a brand new iMac. She began to try and tell him that she couldn't exchange a computer that had been shot, but it turns out he was going to buy a new one and wanted the store to dispose of it for some reason. Andy couldn't help but ask, how did this happen? He told her that he just so happened to be cleaning his gun while checking his email when he noticed a message from his daughter. She confessed that she was working as a stripper now, and apparently, at this point, the gun accidentally went off on his $2,000 computer. Number 9 was submitted by RowCro. When Pringle was working self-checkout at a grocery store, a woman asked for some help with a sale that just wasn't working. It was a buy one get one free box of some generic cereal, who cares? Now, after looking through her purchases, he pointed out that she only had one box. She earnestly replied that she had bought the other box on a previous trip. Idiot. Number 8 was submitted by BottledPride. This one time, Melissa was working the register window at a McDonald's when she had an older couple use the drive-thru. They ordered a McMuffin and a coffee, and the couple pulled up to her window. They had a coupon to make the McMuffin only cost $1, which was the same price as the coffee. But I thought it was only $1, the lady complained after Melissa told her the price. Melissa died a little inside and explained to her,
yes, the sandwich is only $1, but so is the coffee, so it's $2 together.
The lady continued on complaining that she didn't get it. Melissa mimed a coffee in one hand and a McMuffin in the other.
This one costs $1 and this one costs $1. So, if you put them together, you've got something that costs $2.
Melissa was trying her best. The lady still didn't get it though, so the two argued fruitlessly while the lady's husband was laughing his ass off in the passenger seat. He eventually reached over her and gave another $1, all while she complained that she couldn't do it and that he was wasting her money. Number 7 was submitted by Lycan Jedi. Goobie had a customer call her store saying that the fruit juice that they had sold was bad. Her friend took the call and asked for more details. He said he bought the fruit juice for his daughter's birthday party, and that it tasted bitter, and that one kid even got a sick stomach. It turns out it wasn't expired, or a faulty product, or anything like that. The guy had bought something called Fabuloso, a type of floor cleaner. Ew. Goobie's friend told him to call poison control right away. The next thing Goobie's friend heard was the phone being put down and,
"Oh fuck! Babe! Get the juice away from the kids! Right the fuck now!"
Then the man picked up the phone and simply said, I gotta go. Bye. Number 6 was submitted by Xenolith84. Mimi worked at a Walmart during the store's grand opening when a customer asked her to help him find something he said he bought there last week. She told the customer that today was actually the store's first day of being open. She thought he might have been confused, as there's another Walmart in town. She looked everywhere for the headphone adapter he was looking for, but after about 10 minutes of looking for the item, she told him they didn't carry it. Upon hearing this news, he yelled, and he cursed at her, and she asked to see the packaging of the item. Mimi turned it over upon receiving it, and it said Radio Shack on the bottom. After hearing the embarrassing news, he took the package, said he was sorry, and he left with his tail between his legs. Number 5 was submitted by Checkers04. Dubey was at a store waiting to check out some items when the lady in front of her started screaming at the cashier to wash the conveyor belt before you put the groceries on. The lady proceeded to scream,
I'll get sick, and I'll literally die if I put my groceries on that.
I mean, it'll probably be fine, replied the cashier. To this reply, the lady screamed and tried to rip up the belt while kicking everything in sight. Unfortunately, Dubey doesn't know what happened after the security guards dragged this woman off. Number 4 was submitted by Toby1 Kenobi 04. Salty Squid was grocery shopping when he saw a customer shoving crisps, sweets, and chocolates into a bag. He went to a cashier and told him that a morbidly obese man was stealing all of the sweets. Squid must have been blunt or something, because the cashier couldn't stop laughing at this news for like 5 minutes. By the time the cashier did stop laughing, the thief was walking out the front door. The cashier confronted the robber, but he kept on denying the deed. But eventually, Mr. Fat Man did admit that he had stolen the sweets, but he was willing to share the sweets with the two of them. The cashier said, "Fuck off," and Squid said,
Nah.
Number 3 was submitted by tsundereequeen. Dolan had a girl come into the EB Games he worked at with a pre-order card. She then asked him to get a game from the back. After looking through all the games, he realized the game wasn't even close to being out. Dolan went back and asked her if she was aware of this fact, but she just stood there, as if he was just gonna pull the game out of nowhere. Number 2 was submitted by EonGen. Spincess was at a dollar store when she saw someone try to get money back for a bag of Cheetos. His reasoning was that the bag contained one teensy burnt Cheeto that he had with him, but the rest, naturally, he had already eaten. The store clerk tried to explain to the man that if he had any problems, he should call the number on the back of the bag. The man responded completely rationally and completely normal and began to yell profanities at the store clerk. It didn't take long for the irate customer to get so mad that he started calling the clerk racial slurs. And at that point, Spincess and her buddies, who ironically were buying Cheetos themselves, got angry and tried to fight for the store clerk. The man saw he was outnumbered, and he stamped out of the store, cussing at everybody that he passed. And number 1 was submitted by me. One day while working at my job at a clothing store, a woman walked up to me and asked for my help. I asked her what was wrong, and she presented to me a green rag that was sealed in a plastic wrapper. She asked me, "How am I supposed to know what color this is before I buy it?" I didn't know what she meant. I looked at the green rag. I looked back at her. She gave it to me. I looked it over, and I said, what do you mean?" She then got really angry and repeated herself. She said, "How am I supposed to know what color this is?" I just looked down at the rag. The final time, kind of rolled it over in my hand and said, It's green." She then snatched the package out of my hand, glared at me, and said, "Thank you for your help," in a really snobby way, and she stormed off. I don't know. Maybe she was totally colorblind. Or something. Alright, so a huge thanks to everybody who submitted these stories. But just like before, we have another question for you all. And the question is this: what is the biggest risk you took that ended badly? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. This has been Nixium, signing off.